Hey guys, something that I wanted to discuss today that I haven't talked a lot about and that there aren't a whole lot of videos about, but I think is important, is the ability to be able to repair your gear both in the field and when you're just at home, after a trip or maybe before an outing. Also to be able to improve or make your own gear as well. And I think that one skill to have that's really important is to be able to sew. And I'll admit up front that I'm not the best at sewing. I know a few things from watching my mother when I was a little boy, or things that I've picked up here and there from trial and error. But there's a lot that you can do with just a few tools, a few sewing tools, and some thread or even some paracord, and you can really make a lot out of a little. So here I just have a few very inexpensive sewing implements that I have. This little kit here, which has some different needles, thread. I just added a piece of bicycle inner tube here. It's got measuring tape, scissors, cheap plastic thimble. This whole package was about $3 at a convenience store. And you can do a whole lot with just this. Repair buttons, fix a pack, clothing, pretty much everything that you need for small repairs can be found in just a small kit like this. Some other stuff that I have, just a whole package of different size needles, some with bigger eyes so you can fit things through, like gutted out inner pieces of paracord, one of the 7 strands. And then you can also pick up things like these repair kit sets that have a whole bunch of different needles, canvas, sail, leather, a bunch of different options. And you can see that these are more heavy duty and more conducive to going through nylon webbing, fixing canvas, things like that. One thing, if you are pushing through a lot, that I've found very helpful is to have a good thimble. For me, trying to really push a needle like that through 3 or 4 layers of fabric with your thumb can be a pain in the butt. So getting a thimble is really good too. But this set of repair needles was like $2.50 at a fabric store locally here. So you can find stuff like this for really cheap. And just to show a few examples of stuff that I've done. Here I got one of my work gloves. I think you've seen me wear these in different videos. And the trim along the bottom started getting busted up and falling apart. So you can see here I just, some green thread, stitched that back on. Just a few simple stitches going right through, and it saves my glove from falling apart too much more. So something easy, quick, inexpensive. I used just that cheap thread that I had in that really cheap kit, and extends the life of a pair of gloves that I think I paid $8 for at Target. So you can get a lot out of a little, as I said before. Something that I made pretty much from scratch was this dump pouch here. And all this is really just looking at those different Maxpedition roly-poly dump pouches and other places that sell dump pouches. I thought that that's a really cool idea. Something that you can put on your belt, put on your pack, and be able to roll out and put things in, tinder along the trail, stuff like that. It's a really cool idea, but those different pouches can be kind of expensive. So I just took some things that I had around the house already and was able to make my own. So I've got these elastic loops here. This actually came off of an old Ella Bean, more like school backpack. I stitched those along the back. I already had one of these buckles, little clips, one with the whistle that I picked up at an REI several years ago, really cheap. Some webbing that came off of that same LL Bean bag. This is actually a wider webbing that I just cut down and melted the sides. And then going along here, you can see how it dumps out and gets pretty large. You can actually fit a whole 32-ounce Nalgene bottle inside of this. So to give you a little idea of what the size is, it's pretty big. And this gray part here was actually from the top flap of another sort of like haversack style bag. So I was able to take this. It was originally a flat piece, and all that I did was I folded it in half. You can see here's the bottom only has one seam, so I folded it in half, sewed it up along the bottom and up the other side. You can see here just really crude sewing job. I sewed it and then turned it inside out. You can see the stitching hopefully along the inside as well. So there's stitching for it. And it just created this pouch. And then what I took for the rest of it is this was actually part of like a cell phone pouch that would go on top of or along the strap of a backpack. So you can see here where there's some stuff cut out. This is where there was actually a pouch that you would slip your cell phone in. So it's made for a much smaller phone, but you would slip your phone into this pouch and then be able to flip this over. And I just cut that pouch out and sewed this to the bag. And then because this initial piece came from like a lid of another bag, it already had this Velcro on it. And then because this pouch, what it was made for, it also had, or actually, I believe, no, I actually, I sewed on this Velcro section. So I took the Velcro off of the other part of the bag and then just sewed it onto the top of this, this thing here. And then you can see where it closes. So now, you know, as you're out on the trail, you can go ahead and put this on your belt, and as you're putting things in it, you have this lid to go over it. And then once you've rolled it all up, you can clip it all together as I had it before. So again, just, you know, really easy. I took a bunch of bags that were old or busted up that I wasn't using, and just with a needle and thread and you know, things that I already had around the house, I could put this together. The last thing that I wanted to show was actually this pack that I got from somebody on Bushcraft USA. They were selling some items, and it included this Olds pack sack, which had a couple of parts that were damaged. I think that shipped to my house, it was, you know, really cheap, $10 or $15. A great deal that I couldn't pass up on. So it's a good pack. I've been using it just to get around town with small things I need, and it's also an awesome secondary pack. So if I, you know, go on a hike or something with somebody else, my girlfriend or my sister or another friend or something like that, it's just a small pack that they could use. And where there was some damage, here I'll show you the side of the pack. It had these different loops, so you could actually add this paracord through. But you can see here that these loops are slightly different, the D-rings. The two bottom ones came on the pack, and then the two top ones were actually missing, and there were holes here where the old ones got torn out. So at a fabric store, I was able to get some nylon webbing and some actual D-rings. Here you can see I got this package of 4 D-rings. This was about $2. And I just looped over and stitched in with some inner strand of the paracord using that large repair needle set. And it's in there really solidly. And then I just ran some paracord through and got some cord locks. And now I can cinch down the pack, so if I'm carrying less stuff in it, I can tighten it down. Also on this pack, the front pocket was really loose, so I stitched just right at the top here, stitched the pocket up, so now it's not as loose, and it'll hold things in it a lot better. And then lastly, on the back where the straps are, the top of the strap was blown out a little bit, so I just put a line of stitches in there with paracord as well. And you can see it's, you know, it's sloppy. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it'll really do the job. So once again, you know, I just wanted to to show this as an option. You can do a lot with things that otherwise somebody maybe was getting rid of or that you were going to think about throwing away. And you can really, give things a new life, repair some stuff, maybe make something new, repurpose, and you can do it all with just needle and thread. So maybe if you guys have anything that you've done or made in the past, shoot me a video response or add some comments. And yeah, thanks for watching.